everybody. It is so good to see you today on this Wednesday from the North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro, North Carolina, the heart of the state. ZooEDventures. Today, your team, Steve's in front of the camera. Who's behind the camera? Megan, the amazing Megan. We have a really neat opportunity for you today. The DogShow is happening. Canine Champions for Conservation. It's a great show, and it's free. We're gonna meet a couple of the folks that work with the show and meet some dogs. Yes, so excited. This is an amazing opportunity. So it's at the zoo. If you enjoy the show, you can make a donation, because the show is free, but you can make a donation if you enjoyed the show. Money goes to conservation efforts here at the zoo. But it is a free experience, and you're going to love it. Kind of show them a little bit, Megan, about what they're going to see if they come to the show. Canine Champions for Conservation at the North Carolina Zoo, a free dog show promoting dogs, rescue dogs, and conservation efforts. You are in for a treat, digital friends. We are at the DogShow site, and we have Chris and Alyssa and Cinema here for a little quick thing. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to share you all and your stories and the dogs and how this is all put together with our digital friends. This is all about some of our programs. We've been doing this for a long time, and people seem to enjoy it, and they really like going kind of behind the scenes with stuff. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to share some questions with you all and let you tell our digital friends about you and the show itself. Does that work for y'all?
Yeah, we're happy to be here with you. Thank you.
Awesome, and we're so happy to have you. The show's been amazing. The show is amazing. So before we get too deep into it, tell us a little bit about y'all. How did you kind of get started with dogs? This is cool.
No, that's a great question. So I actually started as...
That's a microphone, Cinema. You want to say hi? That's a microphone.
I actually started as a dog sport competitor playing with other people's dogs.
Wait, you're really in the competition side of things?
Yeah, that's where I got my start with dogs. I became a trainer later on.
Okay.
And mostly I started to help get better at competing.
Nice.
But you know, I got kind of hooked, and we had an opportunity to start doing shows a few years ago, and it just felt like a dream.
Nice.
Yeah, Alyssa started a little bit more on the behavioral and training side, though.
Yeah, I've been training dogs professionally for almost 10 years. And,
oh, wow.
I started by just training people's pet dogs, and then I got into dog sports, and now I've been doing professional performing for about 4 years.
So competition kind of in both y'all's background a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually how we met.
Cool.
For a while, I was a judge for one of the competition series, and she hired me.
That is so cool. Oh, I love that. That is amazing. So y'all are amazing. Y'all's cool. It's really cool.
Thank you.
But where do the dogs come from?
That's a great question. So the oldest dogs in our family are approaching 10 at this point.
In your family?
Yeah, in our family. Yeah,
they're your
family.
dogs?
Yep.
So they're
all our dogs. Yeah. And so.
And how many do you have?
We have 15. We have 15 dogs.
15.
And a cat. She rules the house.
And a cat. All right. I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's kind of cool.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So where do they come from? That's 15.
Absolutely. So it's really, really important to us. And one of the things that we put into every single show is, being proponents of rescue and shelter dogs. So a lot of our older dogs that we've had for a long time did come from breeders, but the newer dogs that we're getting pretty much all come from rescues, shelters, private adoptions, things like that. And we make that part of our show. Part of the message that we share with the community is encouraging people to check out local rescues and shelters when they're looking for a four-legged member of their family.
I love that.
Yeah.
Digital friends, how many of you have a rescue at home?
I bet it's quite a few.
That's what we're going to find out. This is going to be kind of fun.
I do.
You have one? Megan has one?
3.
You have 3? I don't have one.
2 cats.
I have a snake, kind of a rescue.
Yeah, we keep it pretty domestic. Just the cat, the cat and the dogs.
That's neat. So give us a your pet picture in there, or if you have a rescue dog or a rescue cat, a rescue critter, we'd love to see a picture. That'd be kind of fun. I don't get to go down that road with you all very often.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. We have a lot of digital friends who come back time after time and again. So we've met some of them, sort of. We met the Dianes and the Bills, and we met some really cool people out there. So it's kind of fun to have them on our team. So it'd be kind of fun to see what they do.
I bet. Yeah, that's awesome. I'll be looking too.
Yeah, it'd be kind of neat. So That's cool. So dogs are mostly rescue dogs, shelter-ish dogs. Can we kind of go down that path too?
Yeah, and so Alyssa and I, throughout the course of our career doing this, for about 10 years each, we've both done a lot of foster work too. We bring in a lot of dogs that need a little bit of training before they can find their forever home, and we will keep them, with us for anywhere from weeks to months, and train them up, try to help work them through whatever issues they're having, and help them find their forever home. Yeah, we've partnered up with a few rescues and shelters in the past as well.
How fun is that? Yeah. And to be able to share that in the show.
Yeah.
And kind of get, because we have literally 300, 400, 500 people sometimes at these shows. It's been really cool to have it happen. It sounds like a lot of work. 15.
It is.
And their pets.
It's a full-time job. So
what goes into this?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually worked at a corporate sales office for almost a decade prior to this life.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And during the competitions and getting into shows was taking up more and more of my time, and it really felt like it's where my passion lied.
Oh, okay.
And it is a full-time job.
Oh, I can't imagine.
For all these dogs. And there's so much poop to take care of. I can't even tell you. But yeah, no, it's
not quite elephant.
Yeah,
but it's up there.
No, it's up there. It's up there.
The 15 dogs may be equivalent to one elephant.
One
I guess I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah,
I can't get too far down the road with that. That is cool. So they're your pets as well.
Yeah, they're a family.
So doing the work.
Yep. Yeah. When we're at home, our whole house is set up with love seats instead of dining tables, and dog beds everywhere, and we have rubber matting down so that they're on the hardwood floor so that they have grip.
Yeah.
And when we're on the road, we've got a fence line that we can kind of.
The setup's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. So these guys have a lot of freedom, and our whole lives are pretty much set up for them, and we just kind of take up a small little portion of it.
They get the house, you guys get the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's cool. Well, we got to find out a little bit about cinema. Who wants to tell us a little bit about cinema here?
You want to talk about cinema? He's your baby boy.
What kind of puppy is cinema?
He's a border collie.
A border collie? About how old?
3.
Cinema, you're 3?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And what is cinema's specialty? If cinema had a specialty?
Well, his favorite thing is frisbee.
Frisbee?
But in our show,
sorry.
Good boy.
In our show, he does the scent work.
Oh, he does scent work?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
So
that's cool.
He can find odors with his nose.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So with the show, we talk a lot about conservation work, and the scent work portion of the show really ties in great with how dogs are being used for conservation.
Okay.
And cinema has a really important job where we can kind of talk about what the sniffer dogs in Africa are doing, and he can come out and go through our 6 scent boxes to try to find the one that has the scent. And every show we have an audience member pick which number it's going to be at, so it's different each time.
And are you good at it, cinema?
He's pretty darn good.
Yeah. You're good at it. Awesome. Y'all hang tight. We have some more questions for our wonderful guests. Megan, quick. Megan. Alyssa's working with cinema.
Good. Down. Go over. Good.
That's so cool.
And come here. Good boy. Good job. Are you a little shy?
You're a little shy.
Are you a little shy? Yes, good job.
Great job, cinema. That was great. That was fun, Alyssa. Thank you very much. That was fun. So it's a really cool idea for this entire scenario, this entire show and all. Do you know where the idea for the show came from?
Yeah, actually, so the company that we actually work for and contract through is called Stunt Dog Productions.
Stunt Dog Productions?
Stunt Dog Productions, exactly. And the founder, Chris Perandi, started this back in 2001. And actually his very first show was a show at the Long Island Wildlife Park in New York.
No kidding.
Yeah, and so he did that over the course of the summer for 2 years in a row, and he spent that time kind of crafting a vision for how to tie in stunt dogs with, conservation and nature and kind of the whole idea behind zoo and preservations. And Canine Champions for Conservation is what he came up with.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
So the idea for the name of the show, again, Canine Champions for Concept. What a great concept.
Yeah.
And that was something that's kind of been in Stunt Dog Productions.
From the very beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
and kind of have it in there. It flows seamlessly into so many zoos' missions.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
We're
so
actually in 4 major zoos across the country this year.
Are
this
you
summer.
really?
Yeah.
Unfair question. Do you know what zoos you're in or what states you're in?
Yeah, the Hoggle Zoo in Utah.
Nice. Hey, Hoggle.
The Miami Zoo. And
Nice.
Alyssa, you're going to have to help me with the one in California.
Happy Hollow.
Happy
Happy Hollow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Small, nice little zoo. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Sharing this message across the board. That is so
absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, we would be remiss to ask, because the dogs are amazing, you all are amazing. I'm sure you've done more than just this kind of thing. What kind of accomplishments do you all have, and what kind of accomplishments do they have over time? I think this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Let's start with the dogs. I guess some of the biggest accomplishments that jump to mind for our dogs is Demolition, who's my main Frisbee dog, and Zoe, who's our main trick dog in the show. Both competed on A&E's America's Top Dog. I was on season 2 with Demo, and she was on the season 3 premiere with Zoe.
Really?
Yeah, so you can catch some of our dogs on national television.
That's cool.
And here at the North Carolina Zoo too.
And they were in the...
They're in almost every single show. Yeah, they're some of our
That is so cool.
staples. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's really neat.
Yeah. For personal accomplishments, a lot of it has to do, for what jumps to mind for me is in the competition scene. I went to my first disc dog world championship back in 2014. Didn't miss one all the way through COVID, and then I took a few years off when all of that stuff was going on. Got a few podium spots in the Up Dog Challenge competition series.
Okay.
Won a state championship one year in Missouri.
That is so cool.
And Alyssa has actually performed better than me at a handful of different world championship Frisbee competitions. She's, I think, the only one of us that has a top 20 finish. Or was you?
Brag
you
on
top
yourself.
10 in the LCQ. You won an LCQ.
It's okay, Alyssa.
Yeah, I've won an LCQ. Or no, I didn't.
You got through an LCQ.
No, I've never have. No, I did at
AWI that year. Right?
LCQ?
No, I never have.
It's the last chance qualifier.
My first time
Last
making
chance.
it through an LCQ was when I got second place to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude.
I forgot about that one.
Dude.
I didn't mean to bring that up on purpose. I swear it wasn't on purpose.
All right. Thanks, Chris. That is so
I just feel
neat.
like most of my memories in AWI and USDDN and Skyhounds have been losing to you. So
I mean, you did lose to me.
There we go.
But that doesn't mean
That's
I
what we
did well
need.
either.
But it's that bar that we've set.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, Blizzard got first place recently in Big Dogs. In Frisbee Freestyle at the Up Dog International Final World Championship
No
event.
kidding.
Yeah.
yeah, a few months ago in Helen, Georgia, took first place in freestyle in her height division.
And if they come to the show, they can meet some of these dogs.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
another
In the
one that's
show.
in almost every single show. She does our Prey Drive Challenge, which is kind
That's
of like
the-
combining the sports of agility and Frisbee.
That's fun.
She's rock solid. She's great at it.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is cool. Awesome. Well, do you guys have a few more minutes to hang out with us? We've got a couple more questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic. Hang tight. We are on the Dog Show platform. How cool is that? With Chris and Alyssa again. Folks putting on the Dog Show presentation here. Canine Champions for Conservation. And the really cool thing, hello, that was interesting. Do it again. The really cool
He
thing,
wants attention.
all right, no, just want to, I love it.
He's
That is
offering
neat.
behaviors.
Well, yeah, and that's what we want to talk about this time real quick. So I'm assuming that you all get work done with your dogs the same way we do here at the zoo. What is kind of how do you make this show happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So we, obviously getting a lot of rescue dogs, a lot of them have different confidence levels. A lot
Sure.
of them have different drive levels. And so, the foundation for all of the work that we do with our dogs is positive reinforcement training. If we've got a dog that's especially insecure or nervous, we help build their confidence and develop a bond using treats and play and toys and a lot of love too.
Well
and
said.
we use that for training behaviors as well. So, we'll either use luring or shaping. I don't want to get too technical on the training stuff, but a few different techniques so that we can show the dogs how to do these incredible things.
Sure.
And then we give them food or give them a toy reinforcer
Right.
once they've done it. And when they come out here to work in front of crowds, they're really just playing
Just
with
having
us.
fun.
Yeah.
Just having fun still.
Yeah.
And you've heard that before. Did you hear a lot of the same words, digital friends? Building a bond, positive reinforcement, asking for the behavior, getting the behavior, rewarding the behavior to increase the chance of that behavior. Way back, we've done things with brown bears, elephants recently, the foot cleaning, the footwork, the stuff that we had done with Twix, the kudu. We've seen a lot of that way back, the Arctic fox. So all of these behaviors, all the system is still the same.
And we actually had an opportunity to talk to the keepers for the giraffes and the rhinos, and they do all the same things too.
Right.
For all the husbandry and the gorillas as well.
So it works. Yeah. It works.
It's science.
It's science. Well said. It's science. You want to show us, kind of demonstrate how this works, Alyssa?
Sit. Come here. Sit.
He's real excited.
Sit pretty? Yes. Good boy.
That's it. Right?
So the cue, the behavior, the mark, and the reinforcer.
All right there in one little caption, and boom, done. I know you've done this before. I know you've helped train animals before. You've had your dog or your cat trained. You can train a cat. We train Galapagos tortoises here at the zoo. The alligators are trained. You can do it. I know you can. Give it a shot. One last thing, kind of wrap up with this before we get to some of the... That is amazing. Cinema's the best.
He's real cool.
I want to come back again just real quick with connecting the show to the zoo, because the missions mesh. They really do. The story you're trying to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's awesome. As we go around and do shows, whether it's Canine Champions for Conservation or Stunt Dog Productions or one of the other brands, one of the messages that we always include in every single one of our show is that of rescue and shelter dogs and encouraging adoption. And, you know, Alyssa and I, you know, we recycle when we're at home.
Right.
We love the environment. I believe in conservation. We're minimalists by, you know, our own personal standards.
You don't have much of a choice when you have 15 dogs.
Yeah, I know.
And a cat.
But, you know, the whole mission of the conservation message feels so natural. It feels like it ties in so well. And, you know, a lot of the skills and abilities that our dogs are exhibiting here in our show give us a perfect opportunity to talk about how dogs are helping with the conservation work using those same skills and abilities.
Yeah.
So it feels very natural, and it's really nice to be able to share that with the community.
Yeah, it's spot on. Part of the zoo's mission is to inspire others to join us in these conservation efforts. And when you fill the bleachers, when you fill the stands, and you get the questions, and the people get to interact with the dogs, you get to see something afterwards. Talk about inspirational, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's coming from. And then to add in rescue dogs, add in, you can make a difference for animals like Cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's really, really important. I think that's cool. You guys ready to see some of the dog stuff now? Gotta hang tight. Back in just a sec. Digital friends, this is Disney working with Chris. Disney is a mini Aussie Shepherd mix, 3 years old. Look at all the bumps and jumps. A little bit nervous. So they wanted to bring Disney out kind of a more controlled moment, just me and Megan out here watching. A little bit nervous, learning some of the stuff. Wants her to become a superstar soon in Canine Champions for Conservation.
She is clearly smart enough and talented enough.
Yeah,
too.
she is. Your name is Disney? A mini Aussie Shepherd? Look at that. Digital friends, come on. You got to give some love to Disney. Give some love to Disney. Ooh.
Yay.
Very cool. That is neat. My poor job, right? I mean, this is what I have to do for a living? I love it. That is so cool. Good job, Disney. That is great. Disney, everybody. How much fun is that? And there you go. What a great end. That was cute.
All right, so we got Demolition coming up, working with Chris. Is a border collie. His lovely orange tape on those paws. He's got sensitive toes. This turf can be a little bit harsh on his paws, according to Chris, so So we want to make sure animal welfare comes in. Oh, that was going. Chris and Demo are the group, the pair that was on TV, televised competitions. Look at that. Yay! Awesome.
So what do you think about that? Dog show, North Carolina Zoo, Asheboro, North Carolina, the heart of the state. Where is it exactly in the zoo? We're in Junction Plaza right now. There's all kinds. We've shown you a junction. There's kaleidoscope over there, crossings. There's all kinds of stuff in Junction Plaza. Here's Junction Plaza. All right. Go through Junction Plaza as if you're going to Africa. There's a map. There's a sign. There's all kinds of. Go towards the old aviary where flamingos are now. Come to the little junction. Stay left, and you go to a place called Discovery Zone. That's where the dog show is right now. Canine Champions for Conservation. That's the best way. If you're coming from North America, go through Junction, go past Flamingo, and head over to the dog show. You can't miss all kinds of signs. Coming in from Africa, kind of the same way, but I come up, you're going to go past Gorilla now, and then go over the dog show. So it's in a pretty easy location once you get here. The Canine Champions for Conservation. And Megan, you still can't take any of the puppies home.
Aww.
I know. Dears and friends, it's always awesome to see you. Today, Steve was in front of the camera for ZooEDventures. Megan was behind the camera. We can't wait to see you again the third Wednesday of the month.